Sabrina Carpenter, the ever-charming songstress and actress, recently dropped a comment about her ex-boyfriend Barry Keoghan. And let me tell you, it's not every day we get a candid moment like this, so naturally, the internet is buzzing. In a way that's both lighthearted and surprisingly candid, Sabrina offered us a rare peek into her thoughts, and left us simultaneously grinning and nodding. Let's unpack this delightful little comment together. First off, Sabrina Carpenter is basically the human embodiment of sunshine. She radiates positivity, and even when she's being sardonic, it comes off as playful rather than biting. So when she deigned to mention her ex, we all leaned in, because if there's anyone who can make a casual remark feel like a burst of glittery confetti, it's Sabrina. Meanwhile, Barry Keoghan, Irish actor extraordinaire who can deliver a blazing performance one moment and then crack a mischievous grin the next, is not exactly a stranger to media coverage, either. Now, Sabrina didn't spill any deeply personal tea. We're not talking late-night confessions or heartbreaking monologues. Instead, she offered something more akin to a wry eyebrow raise wrapped in a pop melody. It's subtle, it's edgy, it's, "I'm perfectly fine, thanks for asking," all while looking fabulous. Imagine you bump into an ex at a party and their friend asks how things are going. You flash a small, knowing smile, nod, and say, "Oh, we're good. I'm better than ever, actually." That's the energy here. It's definitely not a moist and dramatic soap opera, nor is it a cold and bitter Viking funeral. It's more of a playful toast with sparkling water. Cheers to growth, cheers to freedom, cheers to, "I'm thriving." In her comment, Sabrina may have referenced the whole ex thing with such breezy nonchalance that we almost forgot we were even discussing breakup territory. Instead of stepping gingerly through the minefield of awkward feelings, she just pirouetted across it and landed on the other side grinning. The charm of this moment lies in that cheeky, "I can't believe he asked," aura. She's saying, "Look, life moved on. I moved on. You move on. End of story." But isn't it funny how obsessed the internet can be? And yes, it is pretty funny. Because let's be real. The second someone who's dated a celebrity utters even one tiny syllable about the past, the entire hive mind awakens. Threads spawn, TikToks multiply, memes bloom like mushrooms after rain. But Sabrina doesn't feed the frenzy. Instead, she gives just enough to satiate curiosity, then swirls away in a giggle, like a master chef who drops a single herb into a soup and whispers, "Voila," leaving you salivating but also amused you didn't get more. Let's pause and appreciate how rare this is. Celebrities often lock down discussions of past relationships tighter than Fort Knox. And when they do break cover, it's either a long, dramatic statement or a cold, PR-approved, "We respectfully ask for privacy." In contrast, Sabrina's remark feels veloce, quicksilver, almost accidental. And that's refreshing. Moreover, this kind of comment shows confidence. It says, "I'm not running from the past, nor am I clinging to it. I'm just cool enough to mention it with a wink." It's the emotional equivalent of wearing sunglasses indoors, not because you need them, but because you're owning your vibe. Of course, people will naturally poke around for hidden meaning. Is she hinting at regret? Trying to stir drama? Testing the waters for fan reaction? And yet she keeps it light, playful, and distant enough to dodge speculation while still providing a headline for our attention-starved culture. And she nails the tone, energetic, self-aware, full of sparkle. Reading her comment is like being handed a lemonade on a hot day, and then discovering that it's sparkling lemonade with a twist of mint and a hint of sass. You're refreshed, you're delighted, and you kind of want to sip it again. Looking beyond the theatrics of ex-dating, this snapshot actually rings louder. It speaks to how we, especially in the public eye, navigate transitions. Grace, humor, and that little dash of irony go further than a tear-stained open letter ever could. There's also something oddly inspiring here. Most of us have been at that moment when the ex resurfaces, maybe not literally, but through social media tags, mutual friends, or memories in the fridge. And instead of letting it twist us in knots, what if we just shrugged, smiled, and said, "All good here, thanks." Suddenly the moment isn't loaded, it's just a blip. Sabrina's approach doesn't cynically dismiss the past. She doesn't weaponize it, nor does she wall it off. She simply acknowledges it, and then lets it be exactly that, something that happened. A clean, composed pivot to the next chapter. I also love that, in doing so, she balances sincerity with a wink. It's like, yes, that was a chapter in my story, but don't look too close, it's not where I'm at now. It's narrative control, delivered with a smile and a hint of irreverent sparkle. Let's not forget how this fits into her broader public persona. Sabrina Carpenter came to prominence through singing and acting, known for songs that are equal parts catchy and clever, and roles that are as expressive as they are nuanced. There's always been an undercurrent of sly humor in her work, lines that make you giggle while nodding in recognition. This comment? It's just an extension of that tone in real life. Fans and commentators spilling digital confetti on Twitter and Instagram are practically writing fan FIC reactions now. Meanwhile, Sabrina is off doing her thing, probably recording a song, filming a scene, or dancing around her room with glitter in her hair. And isn't that exactly how we want our role models to be? Light on drama, heavy on authenticity, radiating good energy as they go? So here's to Sabrina Carpenter, for reminding us that ex talk doesn't have to be a teardown, it can be a throwaway line, delivered with style. It's a quick nod to the past, wrapped in a giggle, and signed, "Thanks, but I'm doing just fine." If you ask me what the real takeaway is from Sabrina's playful comment, I'd say this. Life isn't about dragging old baggage into the spotlight. It's about exposing it to the sunshine, letting any dampness dry, and then continuing the walk with your head held high. And if you can do that with a splash of charm and a sprinkle of irony, better yet. So next time someone asks, "How are you?" after a chapter ends, you don't need a saga. You just need a smile, a one-liner, and the energy to mean it. Just like Sabrina.